Hey, Tommy, it looks like you've had a pretty productive 4 days, getting on base and also, with the triples and the home runs. How are you feeling at the plate right now?
Still trying to figure it out.
Do you feel like you're any closer?
Yeah, heading in the right direction.
I know one thing that you had mentioned previously was that the power hadn't been there like you'd wanted to, but now you have the triple and the home run last night. Do you feel like that part of it is starting to kick in a little bit more for you?
No, it's just a lot of balls that I've been driving this year have been getting caught. A lot of those balls that would fall for like doubles or triples, they just were getting caught early in the season. Uh,
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
just hitting them over the fence. What really has been the thing I haven't been doing the most.
But as far as the work that you're putting in to try to get yourself into that place that you want to be, is it more mechanical at this point? Is it a mental thing? What do you think is sort of the key that you're trying to find now?
Probably mechanics.
And is that just a repetition thing? You're just trying different things, or is it just one of those things you're kind of a field guy and it clicks all of a sudden?
Uh, Reps and feel. It's a combination of everything.
Hey Tommy, it's difficult to imagine someone caring more than you. And so even though you know your eye is still good, you're striking out less, you're walking more, like what's the process been like for you to struggle this year and just stay, positive?
Well, I've been striking out a lot lately, but hope I could take that back down. I mean, I've always in the past got off to pretty good starts. This year, I've had a terrible month in April. You really just have to work on a month by month basis and evaluate yourself from there. Um, to have a great season, it takes two good months and four average months. So, I had a terrible month. So I need to have three good months this year and two average months to make up for it.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, you've still been kind of working with the contacts, and I thought that was something that is usually sort of not an issue by this point in the year. Has there been anything different with those this year?
Um, Really just trying to see what prescription I play best with.
Is that more so than previous April and May, or about the same?
I usually had it figured out by now.
We'll go to AJ.
Tommy, what do you make of the fact that you've hit so many balls hard and that maybe your numbers haven't necessarily aligned with the contact that you've made, especially maybe earlier in the season? What do you make of all that, and what do you think is the cause for it? Is it just the way baseball works out sometimes?
Yeah, I think we're still kind of in that 60 game mindset from last year, but over 162 it should even out. I've had stretches like this before in previous seasons where maybe in June or July, I've hit balls like this and it shows, but it just to start off the season, no. But it happens to every hitter. You go through a stretch, where a month where you have like just uh, unlucky month, and it over 162, it evens out.
Speaking of that, Tommy, do you look at the Stackcast numbers, like expected stats, where you should be ideally, if everything falls your way or falls your way normally? Do those stats help you at all? Just looking at that.
Yeah, I know everything. I know all the metrics.
So has it helped over the last few years having those metrics available for stretches like this?
I mean, nah. You're kind of in a tough situation now because teams, the way the game has evolved, teams are evaluating players off of their actual production and their expected production. So someone like me who knows that, you kind of want your expected numbers to be there and your underlying numbers to match up with it. So right now I'm just trying to get those the actual numbers to match up with it for many purposes.
You said in spring training, I think that you were around 80% physically. Where do you feel like you are right now?
I don't know. I haven't been lifting as heavy since the season started. It's tough to quantify that because when the season started, I was only squatting like 225, and that's something that's well below my norm. And I haven't been lifting heavy because of the season.
But just baseball wise on the field, now that you've had a little more distance from, say, your off-season wrist surgery, do you feel better or closer to normal?
No, I'm still kind of not there yet. You don't look at it like that. If anything, there was more balls that I've hit. The Mookie catch, that's a triple right there. There was a couple balls I hit in Texas, to right center that were extra bases. I probably hit a ball every series that was extra bases that happened to get caught. So, you don't look at that play like that.
We'll finish up with Marty.
Hi, Tommy. You seem like a guy that you bet on yourself. How confident are you that things will turn around, and how important is it for you to get regular playing time to figure this out?
Yeah, I bet it on myself every year. I've turned down a lot of a couple of deals from teams, because of how I believe in myself. If you continue to work hard and you stay focused on the process, you start seeing some results. We have a really good stretch coming up of facing some good teams, and right now you really have to be on your A game and focused every pitch, because you really don't want to give away at bats, when you're hitting under 200, and for the most part, I haven't given away too many at bats. I've been able to salvage a whole lot of at bats by walking. Not that I'm trying to walk, I don't chase a lot, but I believe ultimately, when the later months of the season comes around, that's going to help out my numbers ultimately, because I was able to save so many at bats by going 0